Hey everybody, welcome to the Optimal Strength Podcast, the show where we dive deep into the world of strength training, fitness, and everything in between. I am your host, Coach Matt Reed, and I am thrilled to have you join me again for episode 6. Thank you so much for all the support. It is greatly appreciated. So sit back, get ready to be inspired, motivated, and most importantly, equipped with the knowledge and tools that you need to thrive and to see results. So today I will be talking about what are some common mistakes to avoid in athletic training and how they can be prevented. So I'm going to list off a couple things and get into that. Also, why strength training is for everybody. Everybody's doing it, from grandma to auntie to uncle, cousin, whatever. Everybody should be doing it. And lastly, I'm going to give a heartfelt editorial today about why I choose to coach in the inner city in Milwaukee and why it's near and dear to my heart. So, jam-packed holiday episode today. Also, I have a huge announcement for my training before I get into today's episode, before I get to the intro. My one-on-one online training right now is 50% off your first month. So it already is low at $50 a month for quality online training. You're going to get access to my app, access to me 24/7, supplement discounts, up to 5 weekly workouts that are tailored around your body, your specific goals. Also a customized meal plan for what you want to do that'll go for your macros, for your proteins, your carbs, etc. With that being said, right now you can get your first month for 50% off. I will put the access to it in the show notes for you. Again, 50% off. Go to optimalstrengthtraining.com. You'll see access, Black Friday deal, a little banner. Click that. Use code 50 first, so the number 50 and then the word first, and you'll get your access code there. And then hey, it's on a pop from there. Then you get an email from me personally, welcome you to Team Stronger You, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. So thank you so much. Let's get ready to jump into today's episode and get right to it. All right. Let's dive into the first topic of today, man. Before I want to say happy Thanksgiving. By the time this episode comes out, Thanksgiving already have passed. So those of you like myself who are going to eat way too much, I'm going to tell you now. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to eat a lot. I deserve it. Okay. Your boy been training, clanging and banging, training hard. You know what I'm saying? Doing what I got to do. And I'm going to eat what I want to eat. I'm going to enjoy it. But seriously, enjoy Thanksgiving. Be thankful for the smallest things. I would say one thing for me this year that I'm extremely thankful for is my family. I'm thankful for my wife. Tremendously thankful for her. Been a strong support system for me, and just pursuing my endeavors and supporting, the podcast, supporting the online business, everything. I'm just so grateful. My kids, amazing. They're getting so big. They have their own personalities, and I'm just so grateful to be their dad. I'm grateful for everything, another day, etc. So I'm thankful for all of those things, not to get sentimental, but hey, at the same time, I am thankful for. So that's the biggest thing about Thanksgiving. It's about the food, but it's mostly about being thankful. And I just hope everybody listen to this, hey, be thankful for at least one thing every day, and you will always have something to look forward to that day. All right. That being said, let's dive into the first topic. What are some common mistakes to avoid in athletic training? So there's a lot of mistakes I've noticed and I have made personally as a strength coach in the last 10 years. And it's a wide variety. So the first one I'm going to talk about is having a cookie cutter program. Now, I know you'll hear some of these gurus, quote unquote gurus out here say like, oh, having a bulletproof program is a great way to go. Having a program for everybody does not work. However, having a template to plug people into can work. It's a difference. So having a program that, these sets, these reps, these movements are going to be exactly what we're doing. I'm not changing anything. People are going to learn to do it. They're going to get in shape with it. No, that's not going to happen at all. Like, for example, if you have a program that is designed to build strength within 8 weeks and you're focusing on compound lifts, and then that first block, you're going volume, 10 to 12 repetitions with the compound movements. Then the second block, you are going to be hitting low reps, high weight. Now, let's say Mary Sue, who's been there since day one, her form has not progressed in 6 weeks. and now you want her in the second block to add weight to that, that is a injury waiting to happen because you are not adjusting your program or volume or teaching to fit that person. Again, now if it was a template where, hey, we're going to use compound movements and compound lifts in this template that I have to get you to your goals, to get you, if it's an athlete, get you faster, stronger. If it's a general population person, to get you in shape, to get you stronger so you can build dense muscle and keep the weight off. These are template movements I want to incorporate for the next 8 to 12 weeks. However, we're going to take them at your pace and get your technique right and your form right. But these are the moves we're going to follow. The reps can change depending on A, how you're feeling, B, how your form is, and C, what am I noticing when we're training? Are you gassed at the end? Are you not able to grip the bar or a dumbbell properly because you just shot from your day? Now, that is the difference from having cookie cutter program to a template or a guideline throughout the program. Cookie cutter programs do not work. They will never work. Not everybody's accustomed to one thing, okay? You probably get that one client that, oh yeah, I love this program. It's great. All right. That's cool. Now, I know I sell programs on my website, but again, those are there if people don't want to invest in one-on-one training. Here's another option for you. Try it out. It can't hurt, So, and then another common mistake I've noticed, and how you can prevent, is overtraining athletes or overtraining clients in general. That is a big thing. People have this misconception with fitness and with strength training that you need to be sore, or you need to be sweating, you need to be balls to the wall. I'm effing tired by the end of the session. I used to have the same mentality. I'm getting out of it now. I'm almost 30 years old. You don't have to overtrain yourself to get results or to feel like you gotten great results. No, I would say the concept of overtraining has become glorified over the last, I would say decade or so. No, if you do the workout effectively and with the proper mechanics, the proper mindset and intensity, you're going to see results way better than just doing it over and over and overdoing it to the point of exhaustion. You're not. Now, at certain aspects, adding training to a failure does benefit. I do it twice a week. Usually in my first 2 workouts of the week, my push and my pull days, where I'm actually focused on lifting, I do make sure that the last set of each of my compound movements is a failure set. Okay, now I do that twice a week. That's it. And then the rest of my workouts usually are metcons, metabolic conditioning, just focusing on keeping the heart rate high, stuff like that. That's my personal programming though. If I'm going for a general pop or athletes, we're training to failure probably once, maybe twice a month to start off with. Then we can progressively get into it. So overtraining is a big issue, and to avoid that, communicate with your client. Communicate, like, hey, how you feeling today? How is said muscle group feeling? We train back, Monday. We're coming at another posterior workout. How do you feel? Like, how's your grip? Can you hold stuff for longer than 30 seconds? How's your breathe? Like, just getting that feedback. Because then you can, if you're a good coach, you'll be able to shift around the template of the workout in order to fit that athlete, fit that client, and go from there. Another point I'm talking to is maxing out every 60 days. So I am a firm believer in maxing out once every 4 weeks. I feel like that is a great method to test strength and also to get athletes or clients, depending on how motivated they are, get them to buy into the program more. I noticed a lot I'll start with athletes. Athletes, when you say, hey, at the 30th day of this month, we are going to max out, their energy goes through the roof because those are the fun days. You get the music blasting, the team is going, trying to see who's the strongest, right? Now, if we have a 12-week program, which I do when I'm training for Riverside football, we're maxing out 3 times each month, okay? 3 times total. 1 time per month. I confused myself. Oh, my God. But we're maxing out, and our goal is to see where the gains are. How are we getting stronger? What we need to improve on. Now, if it's general pop, you tell your client, hey, by the way, at the end of each month, we're going to pick a movement, and we're going to see, how much weight you can lift or how many times you can do it, etc. A way to prevent, lack of motivation or lack of strength is avoid maxing out every 2 months or every 3 months. Do it every month, because that is a great way to keep motivation, but also track stats better. Because you can see, for example, we tell someone we're going to say push-ups you can do in a minute. every month, you'll be able to tell, hey, is there muscular endurance increasing with our workouts, or do I have to, do that? Or are they too fatigued? You have to scale back the intensity a little bit. So those are ways there. Also, next point, not incorporating body weight movements is another mistake I see a lot of coaches make. Body weight movements are crucial to development of clients, of athletes, of yourself. You have to incorporate body weight movements. Again, Joe DeFranco always says, make push-ups great again. And it's true. People neglect the basic movements because they're not flashy and they're not, oh my God, I'm not bench pressing 315 and I'm not squatting 500 pounds. So I'm not doing a body weight squat or a lunge or a push-up. No, body weight movements are the way to go. When I'm training general population clients, most of their programs at first for a week, we don't even touch a weight. And I tell them, we don't touch weights. Like, I want to get your foundation right, and I want to get you going. I want to see how you're moving properly before I even get you under a bar. Athletes, same thing. If I'm training youth athletes ages 6 to about 10, 11, they don't touch bars. They're doing body weight movements, core movements, getting everything nice and foundationally sound before we get into anything else. So coaches, people, start doing body weight movements, okay? Next, not tracking your stats. A lot of coaches do not track their stats of their clients, of their athletes. I was a victim of this early on in my career. I did not track a thing. I didn't track how much they did on dumbbell bench press. I didn't track how much push-ups they did. I did not. I just came in, we were doing today, leave. The older I've gotten, the more experience I've gotten. Tracking the stats not only helps motivate them. Hey, look, 2 weeks ago, you did 25-pound dumbbells on dumbbell bench press. This 2 weeks later, you did 35. So you increased it by 10 pounds in 2 weeks. That is insane. Having that style of tracking is a good motivator and a good tool to help with your client. Then you factor in with athletes, they see their numbers going up. They're glued. You know what I'm saying? It's over with. They're going to keep going and keep pushing. Be annoying, but they're going to want to keep adding weight and see how strong they can get, but keep within proper form. So again, track the stats. That is a good way to reduce a mistake. And lastly, a lot of people do not incorporate mobility, whether it is in a general population program or it is in a actual strength training program. Mobility is crucial. I myself fall victim to it where I don't stretch enough. I don't do enough mobility days. And, I fall victim to having a stiff back, stiff little legs here and there. But over time, I told myself this is important for longevity. The goal of fitness and strength training, I'm going to digress, so hey, I'm a little bit, is it should be longevity and just feeling good overall. You don't want to be in pain working out. For years, I would do bench press, barbell bench press, and be in pain. And I would just do it because, I have to do this. The meathead in me said I have to be strong. But I'd be in pain. I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? And I got older, so I noticed I don't have to do that. Like, I can still be strong, still be in shape, and still be able to move properly and feel good without doing stuff that doesn't work on my body right now. So again, coaches, program mobility in your training regimens. Like, do mobility. That should be done at least twice a week. You will see a difference and you will avoid so many injuries. And that's a common mistake I see is just, all right, we're going to do a dynamic warm up and then we're going to train and then that's it. All right, where's the mobility portion? Where their hip flexor? Where's all this at? Nowhere to be found. So again, avoid that mistake, people. All right, so thank you. And oh my God, let me get some water real quick before we go to the next topic. But I'm going to pay the bills a little bit. Got an ad coming up for you guys, so stay tuned. Next topic is why everybody should have strength training or do strength training. I'm telling you, don't want to miss it. Hey guys, before we dive deeper in our discussion today, I want to take a moment to share an exciting opportunity with you. Do you want to take your fitness journey to the next level and maximize your gains? I know I do. Trust me, that's what I've been searching for. Well, I have an amazing partner that I want to offer to you that can do just that. Meet MHS Supplements, your trusted source for premium, high-quality supplements designed to support your athletic performance and recovery. MHS Supplements offers a wide variety of products, from their hybrid pre-workout to recovery-boosting supplements, all backed by a vigorous source of quality standards. So whether you're an elite athlete or weekend warrior, MHS Supplements has something for you. And here's the best part. So I hope you're listening. You can get 10% off your next purchase. Simply use my code STRONG10 at checkout to enjoy this exclusive offer. So what are you sitting there waiting for? Go to mhssubs.com and use code STRONG10 at checkout to get 10% off. And I'm telling you, you're not going to regret hitting your full potential, become the best version of yourself, and being the strongest in the gym. You'll thank me later. Okay, welcome back. So, why everybody should do strength training. Now, I normally don't speak in generalizations. I don't speak in absolutes. I normally am pretty even keeled, but I genuinely believe everybody should incorporate strength training. Now, when we talk about strength training, that is a style of training done incorporating the 4 compound movements: deadlift, bench, squat, and some sort of overhead press. I am a firm believer that everybody should at least incorporate majority of those movements into their regimen, no matter how old you are, gender. Trust me, the benefits are there. The big thing I've noticed is that I've ran into people who are 90-something in the gym, and they're still doing bench press. They're still doing deadlifts. Obviously not at a high weight, but they're still doing it with good form because they've been doing it for years. It's a skill their body has not forgotten. Muscle memory is crucial, and their nervous system is intact and running properly, and their body responds great to it. And that's a big thing. After my first point, it builds a nervous system response. Your body, your CNS, over time starts losing the proper firing mechanisms, right? So it's going to start slowing down. However, studies have shown that strength training can help keep your nervous system firing at a moderate to fast rate over time. So as the older you get, if you're still able to do and grab a heavy barbell, if you're able to do strength-based movements, your nervous system is going to thank you and keep working properly over time. The other thing, it helps build muscle health. It helps keep muscles working functional. You know, it's like that use it or lose it type mentality. Is that, you know, you use your muscles regularly or you train them regularly, you're going to see a different result. Especially the older you get, our body is breaking down the older we get. So by us keeping our muscles strong, our body can in theory and in some cases stay stronger structurally. It's also good for bone health too. Strength training does help bones stay denser. It does help them stay stronger. And that's another thing, you know, so we're attacking the nervous system, muscle health, bone health. 3 things that the older we get, those things they hit pretty hard, all right? You know, I speak personally, you know, my dad's 70 years old and still works out with kettlebells and dumbbells around the 45-pound mark. I mean, you know, it's insane, right? And has arthritis in his knee, but still does it, still can squat and everything. And that's a testament to just doing it his entire life, having a regimen. And, you know, that goes into the next portion, blood flow. Now, guys, listen up, all right? Put down the Cialis and listen up. Blood flow. Training with strength training helps increase blood flow. It helps the heart pump blood properly to the muscles, which helps blood properly pump to the brain, which is great for our cognition, which is also great for the way we operate. And men, if y'all having issues, all right, that pump will help. All right, playing now. Don't play. Just know it's gonna help. All right. So blood flow is another one. And then, you know, the last 2 are really, you know, just from personal use, and then looking at overall mobility and flexibility. Strength training can help with mobility. A proper strength training program will help with your mobility and flexibility, that you'll be able to incorporate, you know, and increase your hip flexor rotation, your shoulder rotation. You'll be able to help your knees, your lower back get stronger, you know, strengthen those areas. And it'll help your mobility and flexibility. You'll be able to bend over, tie your shoes until you're like 89 years old. That's a great thing. Again, I'm not saying everybody will see the same results, but majority of people will see those results because strength training is crucial. Now, when I say strength training, I'm not saying that you're 85 trying to go from PRs. No, I'm saying, you know, get a good feel for what you want. Now, I know me personally, I'm not going to be able to train heavy for much longer. I know the way my elbows are, the way my shoulders are, the way my lower back is, I'm not going to be able to. But I know making adjustments like doing dumbbell-based training, you know, keeping it, you know, at moderate to heavy weight, but doing it at some sort of intensity, it works for me. I've been able to use 50-pound dumbbells and manipulate them in a way to where I get a good muscular response. My elbow doesn't hurt as much as I would in a barbell bench, but I'm still able to get a good pump and feel great about it. So that is one aspect there of why strength training. And then lastly, I would say it would just help you mentally feel good. The older we get, we're aging, we are concerned about that D word. All right. We're concerned about that and other things around us. Oh my God, we're aging, we're getting wrinkles, stuff's not working the same. If you're having a good workout or you have a good strength training based day, like, hey, I'm 7 years old and I just deadlifted 200 pounds. Like, wait a minute. Like, mentally, you're going to feel great and relieved and just be, happy overall. So I would say everybody should do strength training program. And then we dive into even people who are overweight, right? Learning the basics of a strength program. Strength training, compound movements burn the most calories. I don't care what anybody says. They burn the most calories because they're multi-joint movements. So they cause majority of your major muscle groups have to work together in set. Like, for example, bench press, your front delts, your pectorals, and your triceps all have to work together for that to be a good movement. You're hitting 3 big muscle groups, so your body needs a lot of energy, which is calories, to use that thing. So if you're a heavier person, these are great ways for you to burn mass amount of calories and build dense muscle to overtake that fat in a proper strength training program. That's why, again, I'm not advocating because I'm a strength coach, but I'm saying that proof is in the pudding. Proof is in, the statistics for why having a healthy strength program is great for everybody in long-term health, short-term health, etc. So, okay, so the final topic, again, this is the editorial section. If you guys pay attention to the way the podcast works, I always do the last topic is kind of a personal opinionated one. So this one is near and dear to my heart because I get asked the question a lot is why I choose to coach inner city rather than in the suburbs where, there's more money, there's more resources. To be honest, is that, if you guys listen outside of Wisconsin, I'm born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, product of MPS. And, yeah, man, it's just near and dear to my heart, honestly. Without the NCSL, the youth league I played in, without the city conference, I wouldn't have access to football. I wouldn't have played football, and I would have been in a very, very dark place as a kid. I had a lot of anger issues growing up from stuff that was going on at home. My parents, I'm splitting, and football for me was a vehicle mentally for that. And if I didn't have the NCSL as a resource in the city, I probably would have gone down a different path than I am now. And that's near and dear to my heart. And I always felt like, I want to give back somehow and I want to help somehow. Then I went to high school and then I seen, how many athletes that we have in the city, like, man. And this probably speaks volumes to cities across the nation. I'm not just saying just ours, where there's so much talent, but there's no guidance, proper guidance. There's no resources. Like, there's nobody there structurally besides mom at home, grandma at home, dad, uncle there, like, hey, like, you need to get your grades. But a coach tells you that it's a whole different topic. It's a whole different reception for that, right? And also resources as far as, like, there's no strength coaches in the hood, man. Come on, let's keep it 100. If we talk about it, there's no strength coaches in the hood, right? Your uncle, he probably know how to do bench press. He probably know how to squat. He can do 1,000 push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Or the same with your pops or whatever. But there's no strength coaches in the hood to show these young men, hey, I'm going to get you stronger and faster so that when you do go to these combines, when you go to these camps, you can actually, show and shine, right? Not just off of raw ability, but off of some controlled talent. I call it controlled talent. And that was a big thing for me when I was planning out my business and what I wanted to do. That I want to be a regular online coach. No, I want to be a resource for my city. I want to actually show, like, this is what a qualified strength coach can do for a lot of youth and high school athletes and teach them properly. And it's just been a passion project for me, and that's why I want to stay there. And I know as life goes on, opportunities will come, and you analyze opportunities when they're there. But seriously, it's been a big passion project for me to want to give back and want to properly educate and teach these athletes about the importance of taking care of their body, but also the importance of why you need to train properly to enhance your talent. You can't just be fast and strong your whole life. You have to keep working at that craft and building that craft every day. And that's how it becomes a talent. When you hone a craft, it's a talent. Then after that, you got to keep doing that. And again, that's a big reason why I'm still here. Like, yes, I know the suburbs have a lot of more resources, where a lot more connections, to where I'll do a year at a suburban school, and the guys will have massive PRs, and then a college will be there and see that it might be. It's a lot of what ifs, and I know it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. I know that, okay? And I think which people would tell kids that it's about who you know, not what you know. But again, my heart wouldn't be there. Like my relatability wouldn't be there. But my heart is right now in my life where I'm at, and, help building this foundation for if I give it to somebody else when I leave, I'm not worried about, if this is going to crumble. I want them to have the same type of knowledge passing down so we don't miss a beat. Because, building a legacy is different than just building a business. I want to make sure that, when I'm gone, it's like, okay, like, he cared about these kids, which is true, which I think is really missing nowadays, whether it's in training, whether it's in football, whether it's in anything, that compassion, that knowing that someone cares about you and your well-being, not just using you as a vehicle. I talked about my last episode about coaches living through kids and just using the kids. No, like genuinely care about these kids, and, that'll go a long way just with them. I still have kids that I coached 7-8 years ago. They see me, they still giving me a big hug, or they'll once in a while text or whatever. It's about building this foundation, and that's a big reason why I still coach in the city, and just being that resource. I again notice there's so many talented kids that have no idea what a push-up does. They just know they've seen it, or what a squat does, or why you do a deadlift, or why you do a box squat, instead of just doing it just to have a nice fancy video for Instagram. Like, there is a lot of raw material to work with. It's like a canvas. I have all these materials to paint with. Let me paint this canvas real quick and show the world, like, these kids are art. These kids are worth every penny, every resource that they're being neglected from just because the area they stay at. So that is a big thing for me, and it's a real big reason why I'm still here, and why my heart is into it, and why I love it so much. And again, if opportunities arise, in life, I take care of the family and everything. Obviously, you get to that road. But again, right now, that's primarily what my focus is building this up, and helping these athletes here build and get better, stronger, faster, and become better men overall. So, and women, I haven't had the opportunity to train any female athletes, but same thing, just better overall people over life. Okay. So, and that's the biggest motivation. Again, we're tying to the thankful part. So yeah, that's really, really what it is. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 6 of the Optimal Strength Podcast. It has been a great experience the last couple of weeks, getting back into the groove of actually recording the podcast. And I appreciate everybody who watched it, whether it's 1 play, 2 plays, to 1,000 plays. I'm grateful for everything. So thank you so much. Also, again, a reminder, right now, you can get my one-on-one coaching for 50% off your first month. So you'd be able to be coached by me personally for your goals, whatever they may be, whether it's to get strong, whether it's to build muscle, whether it's to lose weight. I will be there to accompany you the whole way. Again, you're going to get 50% off your first month, which means you're only going to be paying $25 for that first month. I mean, that's a deal if you ask me. Also, all my programs and apparel are on sale right now for Black Friday deals. You're automatically going to get 10% off any order, no matter if it's 1 thing, 2 things, whatever, with code BF10. Use that at checkout. Now you're going to thank me later. So visit optimalstrength.com. Shop for whatever your heart desires. Support the podcast. Support everything. Also, follow me over there on YouTube at Strength Coach Matt. I'm back making videos there too as well, or on Instagram at Optimal Strength Training _. So again, thank you so much for tuning in today's episode. Like and subscribe for next week's episode. And as always, stay strong, and I will see you soon.